Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. Today's video is all about devices for the body. And I've done a lot of videos over the years about body devices, but I think because it's summer, I've been requested to make an updated video with all of the available body devices that I have used and that I recommend, so that you have them all in one video that you can watch and refer to later as you're getting ready to buy your body devices. Before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Trina. I'm 49 years old. I make videos mostly about beauty devices, so if you're interested in this topic, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I will leave links to all of this down in the description in case you're interested and you want more content from me. So in today's video, I have 4 body devices that I'm going to cover, and I'm going to review them from most expensive to least expensive. And then I'll wrap up the video by reviewing the body skincare that I've been using lately that I love. If you're going through all the trouble of using a body device, why not enhance and accelerate your results by using all of the amazing body skincare that's available? So I'm gonna go over all of that at the end of the video. If you have any questions about anything I'm covering today, please drop them down in the comments below. And if you've tried a body device that I haven't covered today, please let us know in the comments so that you can help everybody out in the community. I know we're always learning from one another, so I would love to hear if there's a new device out there or a device I haven't tried before that I can look into in the future. So starting off, the first device to cover is my Wellbox Endermologie machine. And I actually do not have this device with me in my studio because I keep it down in my garage. It is a big, bulky, heavy machine, and I have not been using it lately. And since it takes up so much space and I have so many other devices, it's actually down in my garage, but I can pull up footage and show you what it looks like and how I used it and all of that from before. And I did do a test about a year ago. I did a 30-day test with this device and it is awesome. It definitely works. This is a French device. It's for sale on the Current Body website. It does retail around $1,000, so it's pretty expensive. It retails on the Current Body website and they ship globally. Endermologie offers massage therapy and suction therapy. So it uses a roller that you roll across your skin to suck in the skin and shrink the fat cells and also massage the area, so it just smooths the whole area out. I used it for 5 days a week over a 30-day period, and each session took about 20 minutes. And then after the first 30 days, you can drop down to 2 to 3 times per week for maintenance mode. So you don't have to use it as frequently once you start to see those results that you're after. And I was doing my butt and my thighs. So my butt, my inner thigh, my outer thigh, and the front of my thigh. So that whole routine took 20 minutes and it feels really amazing. It feels like a massage. You can definitely feel the device sucking in your skin as you're working it across the area. It doesn't hurt, but you can definitely feel it. This device also has attachments that you can use on the face, which I didn't end up doing. I just used it on my body because I'm mostly concerned with tightening up my body and smoothing out cellulite. And what this device also did was help increase circulation. It helped move lymph, so it helped with lymphatic drainage. It helped to shrink my thighs, actually. It claims to reduce cellulite, wrinkles, sagging skin, and resistant fat with the same proven technology from the salon in your own home. And that was true. This device definitely works. And the attachments for the face can also help with fat reduction. I am trying to keep all of the fat in my face as is, so I didn't use that at all. But if you are trying to get rid of fat, like underneath your chin or your jawline, it could be a really great device to try to use these smaller attachments and roll it across the bottom portion of your face to try to get rid of some of that fat and to tighten up the whole area. There are so many positive reviews about this device, and many people say they use it on their face and their body and they've loved the results and they've been using it for years. So it definitely works. I highly recommend it if you have the time and the money. I was really impressed with the results. However, they just launched Wellbox 2, which is an upgraded device for faster, better results. I think the last time I checked it was around $1,400. So that's pretty pricey. Definitely much cheaper than if you go into the professional setting and use the professional endermology machines, but it's on the very expensive end when you compare it to the other devices I'm going to go over today. Of course, it just seems like these devices keep getting better and better for at-home use, so I would love to test this Wellbox too, but I don't have it. I don't have any plans to get it, but I'll keep you updated on social media. You do not use any gel with this device, which is really great, but I did tend to find it works easier on my skin when it's slightly hydrated. So if I put moisturizer on my body earlier in the day, it makes it easier to glide the device across your body. And then when you're done, you need to clean the device and then put on some skincare, which I'll get to at the end of the video. But it's really an easy device to use because there's all these different programs. You just select the program that you want to do on the machine, and then it guides you through all the steps. So it's really, really easy to use. The pros are that it works and it covers a lot of treatment area in a short amount of time. The cons are that it's very expensive and it's big and heavy and clunky. If you don't have a lot of space in your home like me, it can be difficult to find the space for it. Moving on to Tripollar. This is the Tripollar Pose VX. It is a radio frequency device. So it uses heat to tighten the skin. Now, because this is the VX device, it offers that muscle tightening mode as well. And it also offers fat reduction. How Tripollar positions this on the website, they call it a non-invasive home use treatment that shrinks fat cells, stimulates collagen production, reduces body circumference, and improves the appearance of cellulite. Treatments result in a smoother and tighter looking body, significantly restoring skin to its youthful elastic texture. I would say that that is accurate as long as you use the device, because you're not going to see any results if you don't use it consistently. And I do get asked a lot, can I use it on my face or my chin if I want to reduce fat? I don't recommend that because it might get too hot to be used safely on that area. So I always stick to the manual, and I don't recommend doing that. You definitely need to use a gel to safely conduct the heat to the treatment area while using this device. To my knowledge, you can only get this device outside the US. And when I looked on the International Tripollar site, it was sold out. It does retail for around $600. You might be able to get it from other retail sites besides Tripollar, but I didn't look into that. Feel free to look into that if you're interested in this device. Now, I tested this device, and my experience with it was that it was so slow, and the surface area you can treat is pretty small, and I gave up because I started to see a little bit of results, but in order to see the drastic results, I would have had to use it for so much longer. And if I used it in the same treatment areas that I did the Wellbox device, it would take over an hour, because you have to include warm-up time. When you use a radio frequency device, you put on the gel and then you start using the device, and you have to warm up the area until you reach the optimal temperature and then do the treatment. So that adds a little bit more time onto a device like this. And you will see results from the first few times you use it. Your skin will feel and look a little tighter, but in order to maintain those results and really see more drastic results, you really have to use it for a long period of time, for like a couple of months. And I gave up. If I were to do this again, I'd probably just focus on this one area of my butt that has a lot of cellulite that I don't like, and I would just work that area. You are supposed to use this 2 to 3 times a week for 6 to 8 weeks until you see desired results. Then you can drop down to 1 to 2 times per week to maintain or continue seeing results. And of course, you can keep using it 2 to 3 times a week if you want to keep going with those results. But generally, radio frequency has an upfront period for about 2 months, and then after that you can taper off and use it less frequently, which is great. This device definitely works, and I recommend it if you have a smaller area that you're trying to treat, because I just didn't have the patience. You're working such a small area, and if you have an area on your stomach or under your arms or on your butt or your thighs that's smaller and you want to see results there, this could work. But for me personally, it would be really difficult for me to commit to 1 full hour several times a week just to see results on my butt and my thighs. Like, as I'm making this video, I'm getting all motivated again, and I don't know if I'll actually do it, but it would be so great to use this just on that one area of my butt where I've got the dimpling, just to see if I could smooth that out and get a little bit of fat reduction. So maybe I'll keep you posted, but it doesn't look likely because summer is ending, and I just am focusing my time on other devices that I'm using on my face. So moving on to NuFace. NuFace has a device called NuBODY, and this is a microcurrent device. It retails for $3.99, and you do have to use it with gel. And when you're using the body device, they generally sell a larger gel since you use a lot more gel on your body than you do on your face. So I find this larger pump to be so helpful when you're working with this device. I believe this device goes up to 800 microamps, which is suitable for the body, definitely not suitable for the face. And what microcurrent does is it's toning the muscles. I did a 60-day test on my YouTube channel a few years ago. I'll definitely link to that, where I was putting gel all over my butt and my thighs, and I was using it for 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And I did see results. I saw smoothing of the appearance of dimples, so it definitely helped with my cellulite. You can also use it on your arms, your abs, as well as your legs and your butt, but I was focusing on the back of my thigh and my butt, like where I have a lot of cellulite, and it definitely works, but it is so subtle. And again, I found it so difficult to sit there and use it. I found it really, really hard to be consistent because when you're using these body devices, you can't be doing anything else. You're focusing on like working it on your butt. I guess you could be watching TV or like listening to a podcast or something, but I found it really difficult to stick with using this because the results are slow. So I gave up after that 60-day test, but I know it works. So if you have the time again and you have $400 and you want to give it a try, it will work, but again, you have to be really consistent. Now, this device is not going to help with fat reduction. It's going to do more of a smoothing and tightening of the area you're treating. So that is a key difference between microcurrent, the NuBODY device, and the Tripollar Pose radio frequency and the Wellbox Endermologie. And lastly, I have posted a couple videos about my Wellbox device on YouTube, and I was getting comments from people saying, you don't need to spend $1,000, just get a cupping device. And I was really intrigued because I've never tried cupping before. So I found this device from Revo. It is a cupping device for the body. I have tested this out. This is only $60 and it has red light and heat therapy and suction. So you can adjust all of the settings. This device works the skin and it claims to help with cellulite. You'd use it with body oil. So I was using my St. Jane Luxury Body Serum because it smells and feels amazing. It's quite expensive, but it turned it into a real luxurious experience for me. And I was using it almost every day. I did a test right before I went to Greece on my back of my thighs and my butt area, 4 minutes on each side of my butt and thigh. So for a total of 8 minutes. And I was using body oil so that I could glide the device across the area. So I would turn it on and set the heat setting and the suction setting at a low level because I didn't want to overdo it. The suction on this device is really, really strong. And if you set the suction too high, it can get stuck and it can really hurt. And when you're working with cellulite and firming the body, as opposed to pain management, you're supposed to use a gliding motion with this device, which is different from other cupping methods where you suction it to an area of your skin and then it just sits there for a set amount of time. What I was doing was just a gliding. So it was 8 minutes every time I used it. And to be honest, I didn't see great results. I feel like I need to test it a little more or find the sweet spot of suction and heat. I really didn't see great results and I was a little bit disappointed. So if anybody has tips about cupping and using a device like this for cellulite and skin smoothing, please let me know. I don't want to give up on it just yet. None of these devices hurt. This device doesn't hurt as long as you don't turn the suction up too high. They do have a release button, which I ended up having to use quite often because the suction would get too intense. If I wasn't moving the device fast enough, I'd have to hit the quick release to get the suction to release. And that's a little bit stressful. But if anybody has any tips to get better results, let me know because $60 is such a great price point. It is the most affordable device that I'm reviewing today. And in theory, cupping should work. And a lot of people in my comments were saying they swear by it. So I'd love to know what cupping device were you using to get rid of cellulite on your butt and thighs. Before I would use the cupping device, I would try to dry brush my skin with my copper higher dose dry brush. This feels really, really amazing and gets circulation going and helps to move lymph and preps the skin for the cupping. I didn't use it before every cupping session, and I think I should, because maybe that would help me see better results. Dry brushing is a great thing to do regardless, so this would be a good tool to use before any of the devices I showed you today. And it would also be good even if you don't have a device, if you dry brush your skin before putting on any of the skincare. I think this would really help with the overall health of your skin. So I will link to this down in the description if you're interested. I've had this for a really long time and I really do like the way it feels. And I really like the concept of dry brushing because it's a affordable, natural solution. Now, given all that information, like I said, I find it really difficult to stay consistent with these body devices. I just don't have the patience, and I'm using so many other devices in my routine for my face, as you know, and so it's really hard for me to stay diligent and stay motivated. And if I had unlimited time and unlimited budget, what I would probably do is book a whole series of professional endermology sessions and just go in and have the esthetician or professional use it all over my butt and thighs. It would feel so amazing just to have somebody else do it for me. I wouldn't have to worry about doing it on myself and getting in the awkward position. And I think their machines are really powerful with a lot of suction. I don't know how they compare to the Wellbox 2 that just came out in terms of suction, but I just have a feeling that the devices in the professional setting are more powerful, and it would just feel like a spa experience, a getaway, a self-care day to have somebody do that for me. It would be amazing to go get a whole package of those done. That's what I would do in a perfect world if I had unlimited budget and time, but that's not the case. And what I find works the best for me, again, I'm 49, I'm in perimenopause. What I prefer is to exercise. I prefer to go to Pilates. I go 2 to 3 times a week. Pilates is really, really hard. The classes I take are called Power Pilates, and they're really intense. They are not fun, but they work. They whip my body into shape, and they're really intense, and I'm always sore afterwards. So I prefer that, because it's active, it's not passive. I'm not just sitting in the mirror watching myself do a device on my butt, for example. I'm actually using the reformer and using weights, and I'm actively doing something in the studio. So I prefer that, or I prefer rollerblading or swimming or walking my dog or dancing. I prefer to do any type of physical activity or strength training in a gym setting or an outdoor setting, then I do prefer using devices like this, just because I find them boring and I find exercise to be so much more fun. The time goes by a lot faster. Like, even though Pilates is really hard, you're focused on the moves, you're in a class setting, and it just kind of flows better. And before I know it, the 15 minutes is up pretty quickly. Whereas like when I'm doing any of these devices, it just seems like it goes by so slowly. So I guess it just depends what type of person you are. I'd also rather intermittent fast, eat right, get enough sleep, manage my stress to reduce cortisol and inflammation in the body. I'd rather do all of those things first and then work in a body device to get supplemental results. Like, I wouldn't want to rely on just these devices alone. And I know many of you have tried exercise and diet and just can't get rid of that stubborn fat. So if there's an area that you really can't get rid of that fat or that cellulite, then definitely these devices would be a great option, but you just have to be committed, which I can admit I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up the video by going over the body skincare that I've been loving lately. All of these devices I do think will work best if you use them in tandem with body skincare. You're spending all of this time activating the area, boosting circulation, moving lymph, tightening it up, shrinking fat cells for the ones that do the fat reduction, and then afterwards the area you treated is primed to take in skincare and actives. I think it's the perfect time to add in some powerful body skincare. A new set of body skincare that I've been using recently is from modalities. I am obsessed with this set. These are both vitamin C based. This is their C Smooth Hydro Firm Body Polish. It has vitamin C and E, and It feels so amazing on the skin. It smells incredible. It smells very citrusy. It smells like you're at the spa. The granules are really, really fine. And I just really love to use this to exfoliate a couple times a week, and it makes my skin feel so smooth. It's great to use before you're gonna shave, or it would be really great to use before you're gonna use one of these body devices to really prime the skin and get it ready to accept the gel and the oils, and then you work the device and then you can put the skincare on afterwards, and it's just a really good way to prime your skin and keep it really healthy. And then I follow up with the C Glow Hydrofirm Body Oil. Again, vitamin C and E, smells again incredible. And I like to put it on when my skin is a little bit damp. You could actually use this oil with the Revo Cupping device. Since you need to have an oil on your skin to glide it along, it would be great to get those additional benefits of vitamin C and E. See how this looks on the skin? It just makes your skin so glowy, and it's firming and it's brightening. I really can't recommend these enough. If you are a body care person, this Audacity set is my top pick right now. I am obsessed. And then you smell so good for the whole rest of the day. I really, really love this. This latest product that I've been loving by Necessaire, it's the Body Vitamin C Serum. And it feels really, really nice on the skin. It has vitamin C, vitamin E, tranexamic acid, a bunch of enzymes, niacinamide. I had been using my Beauty Pie Superdose Vitamin C moisturizer. It's a body lotion, but it feels a lot like a serum, like this Necessaire one. But I'm almost out of this, which is why I've been transitioning into Necessaire. I just love this because I have a lot of sun damage, and I love how it helps to smooth out my skin and brighten up my skin and help even out the skin tone. So I highly recommend a vitamin C product. This product by First Aid Beauty, it is Sculpting Body Lotion. It visibly firms, tones, and tightens. This is a moisturizer. It has caffeine and peptides. I love to apply this on my butt and thighs area. First has some really great body skincare products. They have a retinol cream, but recently I got their retinol body butter. So this is really great as we're heading into the colder temperatures, because it's nice to put on a body butter that's a little thicker when it's not so hot outside. So I'll show you this. This is like pretty thick body butter. It feels amazing, and I love the idea of putting on retinol. I like to use this in the cooler months as well, because I don't want to put retinol on my body and then be out in the sun. So this is something I would use at night. They also have a lotion that's a little bit of a lighter texture that you could use if you want to use that in the warmer months, but I am all out of that. First also makes a really nice SPF 30 mineral body lotion, which I think is great just for protecting your skin from the sun beyond your face and your neck and your chest and your hands. You can put this all over your arms, your legs, your shoulders, anywhere that you might be exposed to the sun during the day, and it acts just like a regular body lotion. It does have a little bit of a white cast, but as you rub it in, it goes away, but it does leave like a little bit of a white cast, which doesn't really bother me. I just have to make sure that I wear it when I don't mind having a little bit of a white cast. I love this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream. It's just like their Watermelon Glow products for the face, but it's for the body. It's smoothing and moisturizing. This is an AHA moisturizer, so it's going to help smooth out your skin and help with texture. And again, I would be careful if you're gonna go out in the sun because of the AHAs. Just make sure you're wearing sunscreen. But this is a really, really nice body product. And it does smell a lot like watermelon. So if you don't wanna smell like a watermelon, then this is not the product for you, but I love it. I love the products from OneSkin. They have a proprietary peptide and they're clinically proven. I have tested out these products and they work great. They have a body lotion and a body SPF, so definitely check these out if you're interested. And then lastly is the 5% niacinamide body serum from Paula's Choice. Niacinamide is going to help to even the skin tone, and it visibly reduces the signs of aging. Again, they recommend always follow with the sunscreen. Anytime you're using actives anywhere on your skin, including your body, it's important to protect your skin with sunscreen. So here's the niacinamide. They're calling this a body serum. If I'm using a body serum, I'm not following up with a moisturizer. If anything, I'm following up with a sunscreen because they're all really, really hydrating, and the textures do vary, but some say they're a serum, some say they're a moisturizer. It really just depends how it feels on your skin, and if you need to add another layer of moisture, you can do so, but I haven't found that I need to. So I recommend all of these body care products if you're looking to take your body care to the next level after you finish up with your body device routine. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give a like, comment, share with a friend, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!